The next step, the next point in my list is, oh, I like this one. It's no guilt. I hate guilt. If I feel guilty about this is why one of the reasons why I do try and be nice to people, because gosh, if I accidentally upset somebody and they get really upset, it's the guilt that kills me, because especially if I didn't mean to do it. And isn't it the same thing when you're trying to lose weight? You don't really mean, even though it is you. I don't mean to do it. If I go to the cupboard and I'll sit an hour later, I'll think, oh God, I just ate a whole pack of biscuits. It's really bad. And then I feel like really guilty. And then I'll stand up, I feel sluggish, and then I'm like, oh, and it's just negative. Like, don't feel guilty. You are going to slip off, everybody's human. You are going to mess it up. You are going to go out and, after your allowance of alcohol, I will. After your allowance of alcohol, you're going to, feel a bit tipsy and go like, oh, stuff it, I'm just going to get pissed. Unless you don't drink, which is very good. You'll have an easy time than me. But you can't feel guilty. The next day, if you wallow around, you're just taking your eye off the ball. Wake up, and all you need to say to yourself is look in the mirror and say, pull it back. I do it. I talk to myself, pull it back, Charlie. Pull it right back. I'm going to keep going. You don't even have to compensate for it. Don't compensate for it, because you'll just feel tired. Just keep going as if nothing has happened. It is so much better to do that than to freak out about it and to have a whole week off the bandwagon before somebody finally talks you back into, trying to pick yourself back up again. Don't put that guilt on yourself. Don't feel guilty about how big you are now. I don't. I could be looking at this in another light. I could be looking at this as, oh my God, I've put on half of the weight I lost. It's so stupid. I feel so ashamed of myself. I feel awful. I'm ugly. I'm nasty. What is the point in that? The fact that I'm sat and talking to you now means that I don't feel guilty about it. I'm looking forward to doing something about it. I'm looking forward to feeling, like good and be able to wear certain clothes that I can't now. But it is not the end of the world. So don't be egotistical about it. Don't say, oh, poor me and this and that. And don't say, I can't. We've already gone over obstacles. Say, okay, I had a really good night last night. I really enjoyed that meal. And don't even say, I shouldn't really have done that. It's a bit naughty. Use what I'm going to go through with you. Use what I'm going to teach you to build it in. Just build it right into that week's stuff. And if you don't want to, then don't. The most important thing is that you carry on, because it's the long game. It's not about, I'm not going to sit here on YouTube and say, you can lose a stone in a week if you do this and you put toothpaste up your nose. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to start doing all this faddy stuff, because I can only talk on behalf of what's worked for me and what I actually believe in and what I think is very viable. And I do think it can be applied to everybody. So that's why I'm sat here. Don't feel guilty. It's fine.